just speak about OpTic. I mean, they're in such a weird spot at the moment, and I just don't want to like just hate on them because I mean that's what everyone's been doing at the moment, just hating on them. They're not figuring it out, they're sucking or whatever. But just like speak about, I don't know, how you guys are feeling about them at the moment, where they're at, and just maybe reflecting on last year with how their championship run and all that leading up to where they massively fallen off at the stage here. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Must I go?
Yeah, you can go.
I don't care what's happening with Off the Ground now, where they're performing. I just want to know what actually happened with Fred because the situation is still really weird. No one said anything. He hasn't said anything. The organization has not said anything. The players have not said anything. Like he disappeared for like just a month, and they said, "Oh, it's mental health stuff." Then he comes back out of nowhere, and obviously it makes sense that they're struggling a little bit, but they also shouldn't be struggling because he was still playing the game and he's still a professional player. But it's just very weird how the whole thing went down, and there's still lots of speculation that maybe as an organization or player relations, they're not uh, on the same page or on good terms. So I have no idea if it's internal or if it's just uh, Kenny struggling with the game, or it's the dynamics within the team just not meshing well together. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pretend and say that I know exactly what's going on in terms of like technically how they're playing the game and stuff, but I do agree, like, since they had that weird announcement of dropping Pred and stuff, there has been like this weird, like, cloud of uncertainty that's just been on OpTic since then. And even when they brought Hook in and then just randomly released Hook after Major One and brought Pred back in, I feel like there's still so much weirdness and uncertainty within the team. And it just feels like they haven't really been able to get past that point. And so I don't know if they are going to be able to. I hope they do, I guess. But it's just a really weird situation with a lot of unanswered questions. And I don't know if that's directly affecting their gameplay, but whatever they're doing is just not really working at the moment. So they need to figure that out.
Uh, a part of me thinks there's definitely an issue internally because sometimes when you watch them play, they just seem so disorganized. Like Shotzi will be, it's like Shotzi will be all the way forward, like trying to hold it, like pinch a lane as the other team's coming off spawn, and then nobody's there to help him or to like watch the other lanes if they go past him. It's
And
kind of
so
like,
if he doesn't get two, it's just he's on his own and it's
yeah,
done, and then no one else
yeah.
is there. Yeah. So just
Bench the whole team. Bench the whole team. Flip it. Hey.
okay, Mr. Opticator. But yeah, maybe. I mean, they should try something, I think. They need to try something for sure. But I mean, it really does make me where they are at the moment, it does make me reflect on OpTic as a team in the CDL era. Because
Mm.
I know obviously they're the biggest team, they're the most popular team, they have the biggest following. So everyone's always going to speak about them and stuff. But in terms of titles and championships, like I don't think OpTic has really lived up to that hype. And I really think last year's Modern Warfare 3 COD Champs win really like elevated them or at least put them back into concession for like considered one of those championship teams and stuff. Because I mean, we
Mm.
look, I'm not going to talk about Modern Warfare 2019 because that was a weird year. They were the Chicago Huntsmen and it was COVID and all that. But I mean, in Cold War, they didn't win one and they couldn't get into a final at all the whole year. Vanguard, they won the first championship. And then I know all the injury with Illy and stuff happened, but they still couldn't win after that. Modern Warfare 2, they got two second places, but also couldn't clinch a championship and did not great in COD Champs. And then finally in Modern Warfare 3, they finally win another championship in Modern Warfare 3, in Major 3. But then they come top 12 in Major 4, and we're like, oh, is OpTic just going back to their losing ways? Have they forgotten how to play again? Have they taken their foot off the gas? And then they actually sort things out and they clutch up and win COD Champs. And so I think from the organization point of view and just where we view OpTic and the standard that we hold them to, I think that championship was super important just to remind us that maybe they actually can win championships and they're not just like a top four, top six team, like they actually are in contention. And so I think that also made our expectations coming into this year being like, no, we expect them to run it back. Obviously, they had the same roster and all that. And now they sort of look like how they were at Major Four last year. And it's like, are they going to get back into the swing of things? Where are things really going? Or they're just going to look lost for the rest of the season? And that's quite concerning.
Garrett.
I thought you were gonna say something, man. I definitely think OpTic as like the reputation of OpTic. I think in what was it called before the CDL? The Call of Duty World League.
Yeah, just
World
the
League,
CWL. Yeah.
Yeah, CWL. I think if it wasn't for the CWL, OpTic's reputation in the CDL wouldn't have held up. There would have been like
OpTic is lucky they had the Dynasty team and they did win
yeah,
IW champs and they had all that backing from CWL. Because I think, yeah, if you go into COD League with, not that they haven't achieved anything, but compared to your other big teams like New York, Ultra, and FaZe, like they haven't achieved up to that level. So I don't know if they'd have the same base that they do,
yeah.
but then maybe it's more about the culture than the achievements. But then I don't know. You're in a professional COD league, so shouldn't it be about the achievements? I don't know. Yeah,
That's
Ben. Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Garen. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like OpTic. It's like OpTic as a brand. I still think they do really well. But I
100%.
think OpTic as the CDL team, it's like unless they bounce, I know they're going to bounce back. Because like you look at Modern Warfare 3, they were always in that top four for like basically all the cars. They're always in that top four section. It's just a matter of them clutching up to actually get the win.
Yeah.
You know? So hopefully they get a turnaround. They're versing Miami today. So hopefully they can turn around then. This will be the
Easy
proper
wins.
indicator.
I
Maybe
don't know.
not.
I mean, they haven't won a map against any team that's not the Vegas Falcons. So I don't know.
And
I'm a bit concerned at the moment, but I really hope that it bounces back. Yeah, because I don't know. As much as it's interesting when OpTic is a bum team in the league, it's also good to have a bit more competitiveness and actually see Dashy and Kenny shooting. So yeah, but I don't know. Ben, do you have any final thoughts on OpTic?
Um, I think in terms of championships, they're even worse than the FaZe dynasty, with considering the rosters they've had and how many
The
times they've
expectations.
choked. Yeah, and they've
Mm.
just choked and not delivered. And I mean, Dashi has finally gotten one ring where he's been one of the best players in the league,
Since Black
and
Ops
he's
4.
been on OpTic for so long. And I don't know, it shows clutch, shows maturity, and it shows dedication. And I think players, not the whole roster, but certain players throughout have been lacking
Mm.
those qualities, and it's shown. So yeah,
So yeah, but I guess we'll see if the turnaround comes today or soon.
it won't. It won't.
But I mean, they're going to Major Two to do their ring ceremony and all that. Imagine they get presented their rings, everyone's clapping, and then they go out
Sell
instantly of the tournament and they just walk home. That's gonna be depressing.
sell the rings and go buy a team in Marvel Rivals.
Sell the
That's
rings
what I
and
would
buy
do.
another player and make it 5v4, and maybe you'll have a chance to bounce back.
Yeah,
yo,
Kicks needs to come back.
Kicks got on the roster. Yeah.
yo, if the LA Thieves lose one more tournament, Nadeshot for sure buying a Marvel Rivals team.
he's putting scrap in there, bro. He's like, no, you don't play COD no more.
Yo,
Okay, cool. And
wait,
then I think
wait.
yeah, what's up?
Oh, sorry. Before we move on from OpTic, can I just say Dashy is 50th in the league for hardpoint KD.
50th.
50th. And there's only 50 people in the league.
Eesh. I don't know, but he's
Seriously?
especially in the minor,
Yeah.
his hard point was looking rough, dude. Like I don't think that'll go on forever. But
Yeah.
But he was great in S&D though. Really, really good.
yeah, he was. But 50th and
Such
hard
a
point
good
was one of the
achievement.
sharpest shooters in the league. Is crazy. Okay. Well,
Kenny as well, he's 42nd hardpoint KD.
Bro.
okay.
Your
Well,
boy
praise
Shotzi is
praise up for the
50th.
OpTic ARs because they struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, your boy Shotzi. He's also 50th in SMD KD.
Bro, defending champs. You can't make it up.
Defending champs. I know they're gonna bounce back, but just at the moment, it's so funny.
Bro, they need to bounce back hard,
Bro.
Those are some crazy.
They're not even in bronze anymore. They're in tinfoil.
Cardboard. Oh, tinfoil one, bro. We'll see them there.